beautiful people out there. I hope you are doing good. So guys, this is episode number 7 of Quarantine and Mental Health series. So guys, today we'll be talking about sleep. And I am collaborating with sleep coach Lauren. So welcome Lauren. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. And I hope it will be a really very insightful session today.
Hi Radhika, and hello to your audience. Thank you so much for hosting me as part of this series about how the pandemic is affecting our health. My name is Lauren. I am a sleep expert. I help my clients overcome insomnia. I am Canadian, but working remotely from Costa Rica. And I'm really excited to dive into this topic of how the pandemic is affecting our sleep, because it's a time of a lot of change for many people, and changes can add to stress, and stress can turn into sleep problems, and sleep problems turn into more stress. So I'm very excited to share and hopefully help some people in your audience. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Today, Lauren, who is a sleep coach, will tell us what are the challenges people are facing during this uncertainty time and how we can cope up with it. So, Lauren, over to you.
Yes, thank you again, Radhika. So I wanted to go over 3 main ways that this pandemic has caused changes in our lives that are affecting our sleep, and then offer my recommendation in each of those areas. So the first one would be stress. Of course, for many people, this has affected the financial status of the family, some changes in work, not being able to go visit people as much, not being able to go to the organized activities that you had. I think we all know the list of the many, many ways that the changes during the pandemic have added stress into our lives. So I won't go into that more. But stress itself raises our cortisol and adrenaline. And when we're in a state of chronic stress or heightened stress, then these molecules in our body are raised chronically, and this puts us in a heightened state of alertness. And this alertness can affect our ability to fall asleep. We have a natural cycle of cortisol in our body, which is part of our circadian rhythm. And when we're sleeping is when it's at its lowest, and then towards the end of your sleep, when you wake up in the morning, that is when our cortisol is naturally at its highest. But if it's higher in the evening, then that can certainly affect our sleep. There are many stress reducing techniques. Just to name a few, I will say exercise, getting outside, eating healthy, avoiding processed foods, avoiding sugar, avoiding caffeine because that actually raises our cortisol, avoiding alcohol or minimizing it, and then of course doing something fun, doing something creative, going to see family and friends. At this time, sometimes going to see people is difficult, but my specific recommendation for your audience today, for you guys, on reducing stress is in the morning to write down how you want to feel. And then from there, write down specifically what you can do to help yourself feel that way. So for example, if you have to do a video presentation like I'm doing today, maybe you have to do it for your work, maybe it's in person, or maybe these days it's virtual. How do you want to feel? So you can say, I want to feel confident and I want to feel prepared. Sorry, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. So what specifically can I do to help myself feel confident and prepared? In my own case, I would say I will do a workout in the morning because I'll feel good after my workout. I will take an hour to prepare for this meeting so that my thoughts are organized. And I will do a 10-minute meditation 30 minutes before the meeting so that I'm feeling calm and I can think clearly and I can express exactly the way that I want to express myself, or do my best to do that. This way, each person can write down how they want to feel that day, exactly how it applies to their specific day, and then write down the things that they know that they can do to prepare themselves. That's how you are your own best coach. You can choose what is best for you that day and write it down and stick to it. Then we have the whole issue of lack of outdoor time because people are stuck inside. A lot of the public parks are closed. Here in Costa Rica, the beaches have been closed, although they're just opening for a little bit more time, which is really nice. But this lack of outdoor time actually has a huge impact on our sleep because when we get the daylight when we get the daylight into our eyes, like I'm doing right now, I can look towards the sky. And even though it's not sunny, the light coming into my eyes is still infinitely brighter than any light bulb. So being indoors with the lights on is nowhere near being outside in the daylight. And the reason why this is important is because the pineal gland, or that's where the idea of the third eye comes from, is our gland right here. That gland produces serotonin when you are getting natural daylight in the eyes. And later on in the day, when the quality of the light changes to more dim, more yellow, more orange, then the pineal gland sees this, or the eyes send this to the pineal gland, and then it says, okay, now it's time to stop producing serotonin and produce melatonin. And it will also use some of the serotonin you made that day to convert into melatonin, which will help you feel relaxed and sleepy at night. So that's why it's important not only to get dim light at night, but to get the bright light during the day. And I'll even say to be getting light into your eyes without your sunglasses, because your sunglasses are blocking that light that says, hey, pineal gland, make some serotonin. The serotonin helps you feel alert and happy during the day. Got it? And the last one is exercise, with many activities being canceled, of course, gyms being closed, exercise classes, sports not happening right now. People are finding more difficult to get in the exercise that they need. And exercise is one of the best researched methods for reducing stress and anxiety. And then we already talked about how stress affects your sleep. But also exercise allows us to use the energy in the body during the day, which makes our body actually need sleep more at night. If we don't use our energy, our body is not as tired. So it makes sense there, I believe. My recommendation is to get 4 exercise sessions in per week of 45 minutes ideally. If that's really far from what you're currently doing, you can start slow and work up. Always start with what is safe and healthy for you to do based on where you are right now. And if you can get that exercise outside, that's even nicer. I would like to say that your lifestyle equals your sleep style. So the healthier lifestyle you have, the healthier sleep you're more likely to have. And again, just to summarize, that is stress reducing techniques, and you can choose what works best for you each day. I went over a few effective stress reduction techniques. There's meditation, exercise, journaling, doing something fun, connecting with friends and family, not checking your emails before bed, not watching the news before bed. Yes, those things you can choose for yourself day to day, what works best. Then there is getting sunlight on your face so that the pineal gland produces serotonin during the day, and being in dim light and avoiding bright lights at night. So not being on your cell phone after dark is very helpful. And there's also blue blocking glasses that you can wear. They're like a dark orange or almost reddish tint. Those are a very helpful tool. So trying to get that light on your face, really at least 20 minutes a day. The more the better, really, but at least 20 minutes. Then you have exercise, which I said 4 times a week is my recommendation. There are so many exercise apps now. In the last 2 months, I've tried 2 different apps. My favorite of the 2 is called Work On. There's so many though. You can find so many online, and Work On is actually free You can pay if you want recipes and stuff, but if you just want the workouts, it's totally free. And I don't get anything by saying that. I'm just telling you because I think it's really cool. And it's free. So if you are in a difficult income situation, you lost your job, you can use Work On, or there are other similar apps as well that are either very affordable or free. And I wanted to thank you, Radhika, for having me, and thank you all for watching. I hope that something I said lined up with what will help you right now during this time. And thank you, Radhika, for having me on your series to talk about sleep, my favorite topic. Hope you have a good sleep tonight.
So thank you so much, Lauren, for so much insightful tips, and I hope this helps my audience as well. And thank you so much for coming and joining me today. So guys, I hope this video was helpful, and if it was helpful and you like it, so do like, comment, share and subscribe. And until we meet next time, as I always say, treat yourself good, cause why not? Thanks for watching, guys.